passion and purpose collide. We are on a mission to interview women and the occasional token man about how their passion and purpose have collided to create healthy relationships and profitable businesses. I'm Elizabeth Denham here with Rebecca Monet, and we are co-founders of the Coterie for Women. Rebecca, you've had a big week, so I know you have some good roses and thorns this week.
I had a big week coming cross country in a big old truck in a car hauler, and I'm just grateful that we survived the trip. And like all home buying adventures and moving adventures, it's fraught with challenges, right?
Yeah. Challenges.
Brings out the best and the worst in us.
It does. So I know one particular challenge that I'm guessing is your thorn for
the worst. There's a few things that are pet peeves of mine. One is indecision. I cannot stand people who can't make a decision. It drives me nuts, even though I personally have that problem myself. But it's
probably why you can't stand it.
And secondly, is what I consider incompetence. It's like, especially if you're, supposedly a license this or a license that. So the experience I had this week, which is my thorn, is I went down to do kind of a one last look at the house on the lake because two of my granddaughters hadn't seen it yet. And there was a man walking out of the home. Wasn't a realtor, wasn't a repairman. He was just a guy walking out. And I struck up a conversation with him. And he was basically looking for investment properties, but he was in the house.
How did he get in?
There appears to have been a door open.
Oh.
So naturally, I wasn't real happy that there was a door unlocked and someone in it unsupervised. And then the listing agent came by and I mentioned that the door was open. In fact, by that time I was in the house and I shouldn't have been. And I just,
but it is, on the verge of being your house. So there's at least a reason.
I should have closed yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyway, I walk in the house and there's no carpet. Somebody had ripped out all of the carpet in two of the bedrooms and in the living room. And I'm like, what the heck? It looks like a bomb went off. And of course, my first thought is somebody's come in and stole it because it was good carpet. Somebody's come in and stole the carpet, and nobody can identify this strange man that's been in the house. And the listing agent doesn't seem to be the least concerned that a stranger's in the house unsupervised. So suffice it to say, I've been on a rampage ever since, whining and yelling and screaming at whoever will listen.
That's crazy.
Where's my carpet? Where's my carpet? I bought a house with carpet. Right?
And now you can't close.
And now I can't close because Fannie Mae requires flooring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're kind of hemming and hawing and working with the appraiser and whatever. But there are certain laws state by state for banking that require the house to be in a certain shape, and it is currently
livable. Livable would be good. Livable, very basic standard.
I'll take that.
Well, are you going to get it all worked out?
We will see. We've got people going to bat for me, but all these problems could have been solved with a listing agent who was paying attention, right?
Right. So incompetence. There we have it.
Incompetence.
So what is your rose to go with that? Because that's a pretty big thorn.
It was my birthday.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
Did you have a good day?
I did.
Other than the carpetless house?
I did. I loaded up my daughter and her three girls, and we met my son and his family for lunch, and then we went antiquing, which I guess is Northwest Arkansas is quite the place for antiquing. So we had a really good day.
Oh, fun. Well, that is a good rose. Family time and your favorite activity, right?
Family.
Did you find anything good for the carpetless house?
Well, not quite. It's,
But it's fun to look anyway, right?
Yes. So how about you? What were your roses and thorns?
Mine are appliances.
Appliances?
Both of them. Appliances, which, not very exciting. However, I never thought I would be so excited over a vacuum. My mother had a robot. Do you have one of those robot vacuums?
Roomas or whatever they're called.
Yeah. So she had it and she hated it because she is OCD and it does not make a sustained pattern in a, like you would vacuum yourself, back and forth in a line. It goes randomly all over the place and eventually gets it all.
Right.
So she would get out the remote control and try to steer it. Well, it turns, it rotates. So it's really hard not to overshoot the turn. So you can't get it perfectly straight.
Oh.
And she's a perfectly straight kind of gal. So it finally drove her. She's like, so then she's following it around the house with a remote control, trying to make it go in straight lines and do the pattern. So finally she said, I can't take it anymore. You can have it. And I would never have bought one, but we have 2 dogs and we have wood floors and tile in part of the house. And my floors have never been so clean. It is so exciting. I walk out every morning and there's no dog hair, none. So I have been riding a high on the, robot vacuum because my mother's OCD wouldn't allow her to keep it, which is so funny. She'd rather vacuum. I know. And then my Thorn is the stupid washing machine. The pump has been on its way out for a while and we've known it and it won't drain. And it is now completely kaput so that if I have to do laundry, I have to open the drain at the bottom of the washer, get a plastic garbage bag, let the water drain into the bag, dump it in the sink, put the thing back on. Donald ordered the part. He's handy enough to fix it himself, but the fix-it guy couldn't get the part in within a couple of days. So we ordered it and he's going to replace it. But in the meantime, I either don't do laundry or that plastic bag is also not foolproof. So sometimes it gets water all over the floor. So I'm on laundry pause, which is kind of nice, although the catch-up phase will not be good. So those are my roses and thorns. I had appliance joys and challenges.
I love it. Well, so does Roomba also suck up water in the laundry room? I mean, can we teach it how to not just pick up dog hair?
I don't know, but she said there's a thing you can put on it to make it a mop. I guess it's a damp mop. I don't know. So maybe I could, she can't find that. She's got to find the box and then give that part to me. But if it can mop too,
there you go.
I mean, what could be better than not having to vacuum and mop anymore?
That's better than chocolate almost.
It really is. It's so entertaining. And if it gets clogged up or full, the guy, he calls you. Joseph named him Simon.
Simon.
He says, the roller is tangled. Please untangle it. And then when it runs out of battery, it'll say battery low, returning to charger. Then it drives itself back to the charger. Not funny. It's like magic. My floors have really never been this clean because we try to sweep during the week, but we are not daily sweepers or vacuumers. And now it comes on and does its thing and goes back and it's done. So life is good.
How are the dogs responding to Simon?
They could not care less. Isn't that funny? I thought they would be annoyed or at least curious. Yeah. They sack out on the floor and the thing has to bump into them before they get up and move. They're getting older and they just can't be bothered for that kind of excitement. But if it's a squirrel or a bird outside, we go nuts. But the vacuum, no response whatsoever. I was a little surprised at that myself.
Oh my gosh, what a great week.
Yeah, mine was clearly not nearly as eventful as yours. If I'm excited over appliances.
Goodness, too funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for next week, we'll have to have more roses and thorns, but it's going to be tough to beat this week.
Well, hopefully your rose is going to be that your house is all squared away. Let's cross fingers for that.
Cross fingers.
All right. Well, we will be back next week with more roses and thorns. Stay tuned for a great interview coming up.